Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. So make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. And then next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. You click on that bell. And when you click on that bell, you'll be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded. And one last thing. Don't forget to be awesome. So yeah, don't forget to be awesome. And yeah, man, sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about Extreme Rules 2021. Now, man, with this show, man, it wasn't bad, man. It was actually a good show, man. Really was. Like going into Extreme Rules, I really didn't care. I didn't care about the pay-per-view. At first I thought it was gonna be terrible, but it came out to be a really good show, man. The Demon versus Roman Reigns match, Extreme Rules match, was a really good match. Probably the best match on the show. But yeah, man, that triple threat United States Championship match was good. SmackDown Women's Championship match was really good. We had some great matches on this show, really did. But going into the pay-per-view, I really didn't care about the pay-per-view. Really didn't care, but overall, at the end of the night, turned out to be a really good show, man. Really did. But yeah, man, that was it with the show, man. That was it. Pretty much it with the show. Now, with the Extreme Rules, going into it, man, I don't know why I wasn't every match an Extreme Rules match. Why it wasn't just a no disqualification match. Anything goes for every match since it's a Extreme Rules pay-per-view. That's the only question I had. But the only match that was an Extreme Rules match was the main event with Reigns and the Demon, Finn Balor. But yeah, man. But yeah, that was it. That was it with the show, man. That's how the show was, man. But yeah, man. So yeah, man. So this is the Extreme Rules pay-per-view review, Extreme Rules 2021 review on the Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man. And I say this in my intro all the time, man. If you haven't done this already, man, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And then right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so we're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded because I'm here every single week, man. Wednesdays for AEW Dynamite, Thursdays for Impact Wrestling, Friday for AEW Rampage, and Saturdays and Sundays are for the pay-per-views, man. Whether it's WWE pay-per-views, AEW pay-per-views, or Impact Wrestling pay-per-views, man. I'm there. And so yeah, man. So tonight for Extreme Rules, we're live in Columbus, Ohio, in a Nationwide arena. And so yeah, man. So yeah, we had our pre-show. I didn't watch the pre-show, but I did caught parts of the pre-show. And we had Carmella versus Liv Morgan. And so Liv Morgan, she beat Carmella with a flatliner off the ropes. And that was pretty much it with the match. I didn't watch the whole entire match. I just caught the ending and all that stuff. But yeah, when I was watching the pre-show, man, they had the Spanish commentary team talking over the English announced commentary team. the English commentary team, the Spanish announce team talking over the English announce team, and like it kept going on like the entire the pre-show. Like it kept going on like during the match and all that stuff, and then it bled into the main show. It bled into that 6-person tag team match. But yeah, man, like with Peacock, man, they always every single time we watch a pay per view, man, on a WWE pay per view on Peacock, always having problems, man. Always having problems. Whether it's not working, whether it's having technical issues, and now with this stuff, with the Spanish announce team and a French announce team talking over the English announce team. Yeah, man, they need to fix this stuff, man. They really do. They need to fix this stuff. But yeah, man, that was it with the pre-show. And so yeah, for the main show, we had a 6-man tag team match, and it was the New Day, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E, who is the WWE champion, Big E, versus AJ Styles, Omos, and Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley. And so yeah, man, so Woods and Styles, they started off the match, and they were both going back and forth. And then Styles, he had locked in the calf crusher on Woods, but Woods had grabbed the rope. And then Kofi tagged in. And so Styles and Kofi, they went back and forth. Styles went right after Kofi's leg. And so Big E, he tagged in, and he dropped AJ Styles with a clothesline. And then Big E and Bobby Lashley, they were going back and forth too. And then, yeah, Lashley was in the New Day corner. And so the New Day hit the Unicorn Stampede to Lashley. And so, yeah, man, so Lashley ended up fighting back. He threw Kofi around the ring. And so Lashley, he took control of the match. And then Omos tagged in, and he took out Kingston at a slow pace. And so, yeah, that's when the heels had taken control of the match. And then Styles had took out Woods. And then at one point we had Kofi Kingston, he had gave Styles a stomp. And so, yeah, so Lashley, he took out Big E at one point to stop Kofi Kingston from making that tag to Big E. And so, yeah, man, so Lashley hit a flatliner to Kofi, and then Kofi kicks out. And then we had a hot tag to Xavier Woods. He took out Lashley. And then we had a springboard DDT to Lashley from Woods. And then we had a power slam to Woods from Lashley. And we had a diving drop kick to Lashley from Woods. And then a hot tag to Big E. Took out Styles with suplexes, a series of suplexes, man. And then Big E, he took out Omos. At first, Omos, he did not, he didn't fall down when Big E took him out. And then, Big E kept going after Omos. And so he finally got him down off of the apron. And so, yeah, man, we had a running splash to Styles from Big E. And then Styles hit his phenomenal blitz to Big E. And then we had a Pele kick, man. Pele kick to Big E from Styles. And then a Uranagi to Styles from Big E. And Styles kicked out. And then we had an avalanche stomp powerbomb combination to AJ Styles from Big E and Kofi. And Lashley broke up the pin. And then Lashley, he took out Kofi. And then Omos, yeah, so Kofi, so we had Big E and Kofi. We had Big E, he had threw Kofi over the top rope on top of the heels. But Omos had caught him with a chop in midair. So that had to hurt, bro. And so, yeah, man, we had a flatliner to Big E from Lashley. And then Lashley, at one point, he was going for the spear. But AJ, he had tagged himself in. And then Lashley didn't like that. And so, yeah, man. So, yeah, they tried to take out Kofi. They tried to take out Big E. Yeah, they tried to take out Big E. And so, yeah, man. So, Big E, Lashley, he ended up spearing AJ Styles by accident. So, he speared AJ Styles on accident. And so, yeah, man. And then Big E, he took advantage of that. And he hit the big ending to end the match. We had Big E, he hit the big ending to Bobby Lashley to win the match. So, therefore, the New Day wins the match. And that was it, man. Match was really good, man. Really good match. And so, yeah, man. So, Big E, once again, pinning Bobby Lashley, man. Pinned him once again. And so, yeah, man. And then, we did find out later on tonight that Bobby Lashley, he wants his WWE Championship back from Big E. But I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why he's going to get another rematch or why he deserves a rematch when he got pinned already. He got pinned in that 6-person tag team match. So, I don't know why he's getting a championship match. He beat him for the championship, and then he pinned him in the 6-man tag team match tonight. So what makes you think that he's gonna Big E on Monday Night Raw tomorrow? But yeah, that was pretty much it with the match. And so, yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had another tag team match, but this time it was for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. So it's a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, And it was the Street Profits. That's Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins versus the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso, who are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, representing the Bloodline. So yeah, man. So the Usos and Street Profits, man, they took each other out, man. They were going back and forth in the beginning of the match. And so yeah, Montez Ford, he had taped ribs because Roman Reigns had took him out on SmackDown. He put him through a table on SmackDown, so the ribs were the target of the match. It was the main focus of the match. And so yeah, man. So the Usos, they went right after the ribs the entire match. And so yeah, man. And so Jay, he had took off the tape that Montez Ford was wearing over his ribs, so he took it off, took the tape off. And so yeah, man. And like I said earlier, they kept going after the ribs and all that stuff. And so we had a hot tag to Dawkins. He took out the Usos by himself. And then he hit the Usos with like spinning stinger splashes to the Usos. And so he had an exploder suplex to Jimmy from Dawkins on the floor. And then yeah, the crowd started chanting, "We want tables, we want tables." They've been chanting, "We want tables" all night long, man. The crowd was on fire tonight, man. It really was. And so yeah, man, we had a superplex to Jimmy from Dawkins, followed up by a swinging neckbreaker, and he kicks out. And then we had a diving blockbuster to Jimmy from Ford. And we had a double spine buster to Dawkins from the Usos. And then one of the Usos, he had a running hip attack to Dawkins. So shades of Umaga right there. And so yeah, man. And so at one point, Ford, he had got on the top rope to try to hit his finisher move, that frog splash. But Jay, he had got the knees up, so he blocked it. And then Jay, he had tripped up Ford. Yeah, Jay, he had tripped up Ford on the top rope. And then we had a Uso splash. We had a Uso splash to Dawkins from Jimmy, and he kicks out. And I was like, what? I was like, what? Like that was his finishing move, and he kicked out. He kicked out of the move. And yeah, he barely kicked out, man. Barely kicked out of that move. And so yeah, man. So the Usos, they took out Dawkins outside the ring. And we had a tope con hero to the Usos from Ford from the corner. Not over the top rope, but from the corner. He ran to the corner of the ring, and he jumped over the corner turnbuckle and hit a tope con hero on the Usos. So that was really nice, man. Montez Ford, man, he got some hops, man. Really do. And so yeah, man. And so Ford, he had hit the frog splash to Jay, but it took him time to make the cover because once again his ribs are injured. So it took him time to make the cover. And so yeah, he was too late, man. He was too late. And Jimmy Uso, he had broke up the pin. And so Dawkins, he had, at one point, the Usos, they were about to go for a super kick on Ford, but Dawkins had pushed Ford out of the way. And so Dawkins had took the bullet for his tag team partner. And so yeah, so Dawkins ended up taking the super kick. And so yeah, man. And then the Usos, they ended up super kicking Montez Ford anyway. And then to end the match, man, we had a double Uso splash to Montez Ford from the Usos to win the match. So the Usos wins the match and are still the tag team champions, SmackDown tag team champions. And so yeah, man, really good match, man. Really good match. Love both of these tag teams, man. I think both of these tag teams are really great, man. And yeah, man, like there were points in the match where I thought that the Street Profits were gonna win the match. They were gonna win the SmackDown tag team championships, but in the end of the day, the Usos, they were not gonna lose those tag team titles. But yeah, man. But yeah, really good match, man. Really great back and forth between these two teams. And yeah, man. Yeah, if you ask who's next, I really don't know who's next. There's really nobody left. I guess you could say Chad Gable and Otis, I guess, but they're heels. They're a heel tag team. But who else? Who else are gonna go after the Usos? There's no tag teams. There's no tag teams on SmackDown or on Raw. Like what they need to do, man, they need to put the tag team divisions together. They need to put them all on one show. Have one tag team championships. Just have one set of tag team championships. That way, the tag team division will be more competitive. You know, it'll be more competitive. You're not gonna see the same rematches all the time. But yeah, go ahead and bring the tag team divisions together and bring the women's divisions together. But yeah, man, they talked about the draft too. They talked about the draft the entire night because the draft is coming up. I think it's in October, that first week of October or the second week of October. But yeah, I doubt it, man. They're not gonna bring those tag team divisions together or the women's division. So yeah, that was it with that. And so right after that, man, we had Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley. He was backstage. He talked about Big E. He called him a coward for cashing in his Money in the Bank contract the way that he did. You know, right after Bobby Lashley beat Randy Orton on Raw for the WWE Championship and all that stuff, and he did it while he had an injured knee and all that. And so yeah, so he basically called him a coward and all that stuff. And Lashley, he said that he wants his championship back. He wants his WWE Championship back. And yeah, man, he dared Biggie to put his championship on a line tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. And so yeah, man, yeah. So yeah, that was it, man. That was it with that. But yeah, just like what I said earlier, man. I don't know why he's getting a rematch. Like, like with champions, man. Like when you lose your championship, man, you gotta go in the back of the line. You gotta go in the back of the line. Because I remember at one point they got rid of all rematch clauses. At one point they got rid of all rematch clauses. Like if you lose your championship, you don't get an automatic rematch clause anymore. You gotta go in the back of the line. And I remember on that Monday Night Raw they said that rematch clauses they're antiquated. No more. There's no more. Gotta go in the back of the line. But yeah, why does he deserve a championship match? I understand he lost the championship. But why is he getting another championship match? When he lost tonight. Like Biggie beat him for the championship, and he lost again tonight. He got pinned in that tag team match tonight. You gotta do more, man. You gotta do more than just lose. Try to go in the back of the line and build yourself back up, and then you could get your rematch. But right now, man, no. But yeah, man. So yeah, that was pretty much it with that. And so right after that, man, we had the Raw Women's Championship match, and it was Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair, who is the Raw Women's Champion. And so yeah, man. So yeah, I noticed something on Charlotte's ring gear, man. She was wearing AEW colors. So is that C's Planet? Will she be going to AEW really soon? Cause Charlotte, she is fed up right now. She is fed up with WWE right now, man. They released Ric Flair. They let Ric Flair walk away. You know, they fired Andrade El Idolo, or they granted him his release. AEW can probably be her next stop. I don't know when her contract expires, but if you were to guess where Charlotte Flair is gonna end up next, AEW, man. AEW is the next move. So yeah, to start off the match, yeah, both of these ladies they're going back and forth. We had a cannonball to Flair off of the ring apron. We had a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker to Bliss, and then Flair she had to control the match at that point. And we had a hurricanrana into Flair into the bottom turnbuckle, so that was really nasty, man. Charlotte she had her face first in that bottom turnbuckle. And so yeah, man. So Flair she swung Bliss into the barricade, and we had a faint moonsault to Bliss. So shades of Andrade El Idolo, her fiance. And so yeah, man. So Flair she went for the natural selection, but Bliss she had blocked it. And so both were trading roll-ups. And then Charlotte she had countered one of Bliss's roll-ups and she hit her with a power bomb. And then Bliss she had blocked Flair's moonsault. So Flair was going for the moonsault again, but Bliss had blocked it. And so Bliss she had hit the code red to Flair and she kicks out. And then Bliss tried to go for the twisted Bliss, but she missed. And so yeah, man. And then so Bliss had hit the DDT on Flair, but Bliss she had hooked the inside leg instead of the outside leg. So she hooked the inside leg and Flair had got the outside leg on the rope, breaking up the pin. And so yeah, man. And then right after that, man, we had Flair. She had grabbed Lily the doll. She grabbed the Lily the doll, and so she started, shoving it in Alexa Bliss's face and all that stuff. Showing it off to her face, and then, using it as a distraction. So she hit Bliss with a big boot. And so to end the match, man, we had Charlotte. She had the natural selection, Alexa Bliss, to win the match. So Charlotte Flair wins the match, and is still the Raw Women's Champion. And so right after the match, Flair she attacked Alexa Bliss, and then Flair she had grabbed Lily the doll, and she tore Lily the doll to pieces. She killed Lily the doll. And so yeah, she started ripping the doll apart, and she held up the Women's Championship. And so Bliss she had fought back. She had attacked Flair from behind, and so Flair started fighting back, and so Flair had threw Bliss over the commentary table. And that was it. So Flair, she had left. And so right after Flair had left Alexa Bliss, she went to go check on Lily. and she grabbed like the torn up pieces of Lily, and she was holding in her hands and all that stuff, and she was screaming and she was crying, and she was pulling her hair out and all that stuff, and she had like spit coming out of her mouth and all that stuff. And so yeah, man, so that was pretty much it with that. And then the crowd started chanting, thank you, Lily," and all that stuff. I was like, oh my god, man, these people. And so yeah, man, so that was pretty much it with that. So Lily the doll is no more. Thank God. Yeah, I really did not care about this. I did not care about this. And then Alexa Bliss getting a championship match by just pointing at the championship. Done nothing to get a championship match, and you get awarded a championship match by pointing at the championship. You get a championship match by just pointing at the championship instead of getting wins, instead of building up wins, instead of beating people. You want to point at the championship. So that proves that you deserve a championship match. But yeah, man. So yeah, that was it with that, man. That was it with that. And so right after that, man, we had Paul Heyman. He was backstage. He was interviewed. Well, he was on the phone. Paul Heyman was on the phone, and so he got interrupted by Kayla Braxton. And so yeah, man. And yeah, Heyman was talking on the phone. Who was he talking on the phone with? I don't know. But yeah, Kayla, she had asked who it was. And so Paul Heyman, he was like, "Geez, Mom, am I allowed to talk on the phone with other people?" And so yeah, yeah, that was funny, man. Paul Heyman, man, really funny, man. And so yeah, and so Heyman, he was like, "You think I'm talking to another journalist? Are you jealous, Kayla, that I'm talking to other women?" And so, and so yeah, and then he mentioned Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I mentioned Brock Lesnar at one point, and and then Heyman talked about business and all that stuff. I had business to take care of and all that stuff. And so the Usos, still SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, they came in, and they were celebrating their win and all that stuff. And so Heyman had joined them. So Heyman had left Kayla Braxton to go celebrate with the Usos. And so yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with that. So yeah, so right after that, man, we had the United States Championship match, and it was a triple threat match, and it was Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus versus Damian Priest, who is the United States champion. And so yeah, man, really really good match, man. This match was. And so yeah, man, we had a V-trigger knee to Hardy from Sheamus out of nowhere while Hardy was pandering to the crowd. Sheamus had caught him with a V-trigger knee from the side. So that was funny, man. And so yeah, man, so Priest, he had to take out Sheamus, and then we had a splash to Sheamus from Hardy off of the ring apron. And so yeah, man, we had an over the top rope move to Sheamus and Jeff Hardy. And so Damian Priest, he hit the broken arrow to Hardy, and then Sheamus, he had broke up the pin, and then again the crowd chanting for tables. We want tables. And so yeah, man, we didn't get any tables. This match right here called for Extreme Rules, man. Called for an Extreme Rules match. I would have definitely put a table spot in this match. But yeah, man, Sheamus, he had threw Priest into the ring post, and then Sheamus hit the Irish Curse backbreaker to Sheamus, or to Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy. He hit it on Jeff Hardy. And so yeah, man, so he had a spinning power slam to Jeff Hardy from Sheamus. And so Sheamus, he had yelled, "Are you not entertained?" And so yeah, man, so Sheamus, he hit the 10 beats of the Bowdering to Priest. And then Priest ended up hitting the 10 beats of the Bowdering on Sheamus, so he hit him with his own move. And so yeah, man. And then Hardy, he had came out of nowhere with a drop kick, kicked Sheamus right in his face. And so yeah, man, we had a double whisper and a win to Priest and Sheamus. And then Sheamus hit an Alabama slam to Hardy. And then Sheamus had locked in a Texas Cloverleaf submission move to Hardy. But Hardy had grabbed the rope, and there's no rope breaks. There's no rope breaks in triple threat matches. No rope breaks, no countouts, no disqualification. And so yeah. And so Priest, he had broke up the submission hold. And so Sheamus, he hit that white noise on Priest. And so Jeff Hardy, he hit the twist of fate on Sheamus. And then Priest and Hardy, they were reversing each other's finishing moves and all that stuff. And then Hardy hit the twist of fate on Priest. And then Sheamus, he had knocked Hardy off of the top rope at one point because Hardy was going for the Swanton bomb. And then Sheamus just knocked him off of the top rope. And then Sheamus had went to the top rope. And so he started mocking Jeff Hardy doing his doing Jeff Hardy theatrics and all that stuff. And so Sheamus ended up hitting a diving knee on Priest. And so yeah, man. So yeah, and then at one point, Damian Priest, he hit a move on Sheamus and he pinned Sheamus. And so Jeff Hardy, he flew out of nowhere, man, with a swanton bomb. So he caught Priest with a swanton bomb while he was pinning Sheamus. So he hit a swanton bomb on both of these guys. So that was shades of that one pay-per-view match that they had. It was years and years ago when Jeff Hardy won the WWE Championship. I think it was against Triple H and Edge. It was a triple threat match. He had a swanton bomb off on Triple H while Triple H was pinning Edge. And that was shades of that. And so yeah, man. So the crowd, they were cheering for Hardy, man. The crowd wanted Jeff Hardy to win this match. And so yeah, man. V triggered a Priest from Sheamus, and then Hardy, he threw Sheamus out of the ring, and then Hardy, he went for the cover on Priest, and Priest barely kicked out. And so yeah, man. So Sheamus hit the bro kick on Jeff Hardy, and so to end the match, man, Damian Priest, he had rolled up Sheamus for the win. So Damian Priest wins the match and is still the United States champion. And so yeah, man. Yeah, the crowd, man. They wanted Hardy to win that match. They wanted Hardy to win. To be honest, man, I wanted Hardy to win. I wanted Hardy to win this match. But yeah, man, really great match with these three. I would have definitely made this an Extreme Rules match. This match called for an Extreme Rules match. I would have definitely made this Extreme Rules. And so yeah, man. So that was it with that, man. And so yeah, man. So right after that, man, we had Big E, the WWE champion. Big E, he spoke, and he said that, Bobby Lashley, you want to say that I like to hide behind the New Day. I don't hide behind anybody. I don't hide behind anybody. And so he told Lashley, hey, on Monday you better be ready, man. You better be ready. You better be ready on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, so that's a yes to his challenge. So Big E accepted. He accepts Bobby Lashley's challenge for the WWE Championship. So tomorrow, so yeah, it was made official. So tomorrow on Raw, it's gonna be Big E versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. So I'm guessing Big E retains the title. So yeah, man. Yeah, because it's not gonna make any sense to take the title off of Big E to put it back on Lashley right after you had Big E cash it in. You had Big E cash in the Money in the Bank on Bobby Lashley, and it's not gonna make any sense to lose it. Like, dude, it's gonna be a stupid move to have Lashley win the title back. But yeah, Big E is gonna retain. He's gonna retain that title tomorrow on Raw. And so yeah, man. So yeah, that was it with that, man. And so right after that, we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match. It was Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch, who is the SmackDown Women's Champion. So yeah, man, this match was definitely better than their last match. The match that they had at SummerSlam. This match was better than the match that they had on SummerSlam. And so yeah, man, crowd was all over this match, man. They were all over this match. And so yeah, man, crowd was split 50-50, man. Half of the crowd was cheering for Becky Lynch and the other half was cheering for Bianca. And so yeah, so Becky Lynch, man, she extended her hand like she did the last time they fought. And so Bianca, she looked at her hand and she didn't make the same mistake twice. So she went right after Becky Lynch. And so yeah, so at that point, both were reversing each other's finishing moves and all that stuff. Becky tried to hit the manhandle slam, but Bianca blocked it. And then Belair tried to go for the KOD, but Becky fought out of it. And so yeah, man, as I said earlier, man, crowd was 50-50. Crowd was 50-50. And so yeah, man, we had a standing frog splash to Becky. And then yeah, another thing, man, with the crowd, they had EST signs and they had the man signs. So that was really cool. Really cool. And so yeah, man. And so at one point, Becky, she had gotten Michael Cole's face on commentary. She had gotten his face. And so she started arguing with Michael Cole. I think because Michael Cole had put words in her mouth and all that stuff. And so she was arguing with Michael Cole. And so yeah, so Becky Lynch, she used Bianca Belair's ponytail, that long braid, as a weapon. So she used the braid, she yanked on her braid to slam her on the mat. And so yeah, Becky, she took control of the match. And so we had an exploder suplex to Belair, and then a suplex to Lynch. She deadlifted a deadlift suplex to Lynch. So that was really nice. And so Bianca Belair, she fought back and she took control of the match. And then again, Becky Lynch using the braid. She using Bianca Belair's braid and slammed her on the mat again. And so Bianca, she hit the spine buster on Becky. And then Belair hit a follow-away slam to Lynch. But Belair, she made the same mistake Alexa Bliss had made in that Raw Women's Championship match by hooking the inside leg instead of hooking the outside leg. And then Becky, she put the outside leg on the rope. She put the foot on the rope. And so, yeah. And so Becky, she had locked in to disarm her on Belair, but Belair had grabbed the rope. And so Becky, she had ran Bianca into the steel steps. And so, yeah, man, we had a diving leg drop to Belair. And then, yeah, Becky again going after the braid. And then, yeah, so Becky, she had a series of leg drops and all that stuff. One to the face and then the one to the back of the head. And so, yeah, so both of these ladies, they're going back and forth, move for move. And then they were trading roll-ups and all that stuff. And then Becky, she tried to lock in and disarm her again. But Belair, she powered out of it. And she tried to go for the KOD. And so, out of nowhere, man, we had Sasha Banks. She came back. And she came in, she interfered in the match, and she took out Bianca Belair, causing a disqualification. So Bianca Belair wins the match by disqualification, but still SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch. And so, yeah, man, so right after the match, yeah, Sasha Banks, she took out Belair, she took out Bianca Belair, and then she turned her attention to Becky Lynch. And so they both stared at each other. And so Sasha took out Becky. So 2/4 of the horsewomen, 2/4 of the horsewomen were staring face to face Becky and Sasha. And so Sasha took out Becky with backstabbers, so it was backstabbers to Becky and Belair. And so, yeah, man, so that was it with that, man. That was it with that. And so, yeah, man, so yeah, it's gonna be a triple threat match. Since Bianca Belair, she was screwed over. You know, she was robbed. Sasha Banks came in and she interfered in the match, costing Belair to win. You know, Belair, she still won the match, but by DQ. She didn't win the championship. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, most likely a triple threat match. And I think that's a great idea. Great idea, man. Add Sasha, man. Add Sasha to the match. Yeah, Becky, Sasha, and Bianca, man. Yes. If only Bayley was there, man. If only Bayley was there. Fatal 4-way, man. Oh, my God. It would have been much better, but Bayley is hurt. She's out. But yeah, with Sasha being in there, man, making the match a lot better, man. But yeah, man. But when will the match be? I don't know. I don't know when the match will be. Since we have the draft coming up, this could be the last night that Bianca Belair is on SmackDown. This could be her last night on SmackDown. So I don't know when they're gonna have this championship match, this triple threat match. Maybe Bianca does stay on SmackDown. Maybe she does stay on SmackDown. Maybe Sasha stays on SmackDown too. And we get this at the next show, the next pay-per-view, whatever pay-per-view that's coming up next. So yeah, triple threat match most likely is gonna happen. But yeah, man, that was it, man. That was it with that. And yeah, as I said earlier, man, this match right here was way better than a SummerSlam match. The SummerSlam match was a disaster, man. It was terrible. The way that Becky had came in and Bianca Belair jobbed out to her on SummerSlam, that was bad. Like you did that to Bianca Belair. She held that championship. She worked that hard to get up to this point, and you took the championship off her just like that to put it back on Becky Lynch. You know, who came back, took it off of Bianca Belair just like that. And it reminded me of the Kofi Kingston stuff, the Kofi Kingston and Brock Lesnar stuff on SmackDown. When they had Kofi Kingston job out to Brock Lesnar when Kofi was the champion. And they had him lose to Brock Lesnar in like 5 seconds. And he won the championship, and then Cain Velasquez came out and took out Brock Lesnar. And they fought. But yeah, it reminded me so much of that. But yeah, man, that was it with that, man. That was it with that. And so yeah. So right after that, man, we had the main event, and it was for the Universal Championship match, Extreme Rules match. So this is the only Extreme Rules match on the show, which is a crime, man. Most of the matches on this show should have been Extreme Rules match. Just look at the name, Extreme Rules. But this whole pay-per-view wasn't extreme, man. Extreme. But yeah. So yeah, man. So we had the Demon. We had the Demon Finn Balor versus the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, who is the Universal Champion, with Paul Heyman in his corner, man. Best match on the show, man. Awesome match. So yeah, first off, man, Balor, he went right after Reigns' leg. And so yeah, so when Roman he had struck Balor, it kept firing up Finn Balor, the Demon Finn Balor. And so yeah, man. And then at one point, man, Roman Reigns he had grabbed the kendo stick. He had grabbed the kendo stick out of the ring, and he went back into the ring. Finn Balor wasn't in the ring. And so Finn Balor, he came from under the ring on the other side of the ring, and he grabbed like 4 kendo sticks that were taped together. And so they got back into the ring, and so Balor, he had hit Reigns with the kendo sticks that were taped together and all that stuff. And so yeah, man. So the crowd once again chanting for "We want tables, we want tables," and still haven't gotten any tables. Did the entire night, still haven't gotten no tables. And so Reigns, as the heel he is, man, he's told the crowd, "You're not getting any tables tonight. You're not getting any tables." And so yeah, man. So Balor started stomping Reigns, and he caught him with a PK kick. And so Balor had pulled out a table from under the ring, and so the crowd had cheered because that's what they asked for. They asked for the tables. And so yeah, so Reigns he had took out Balor, and then Reigns had put the table right back under the ring, and so the crowd had booed. And so yeah, man, so Reigns he had grabbed the chair and he hit Balor with the chair. And so yeah, man, and then Balor had stomped Reigns with the chair. And so yeah, so the crowd once again chanting for tables. We want tables, 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 tables. And so yeah, so Balor he had pulled the table from under the ring, and so the crowd had cheered again. So they cheered, and so Reigns had caught him with a drive-by kick. I love that move, man, a drive-by kick. And then Reigns he had threw Balor into the crowd at one point, so he threw him into the crowd, and so Reigns had went right after him. Now before Roman Reigns went right after Finn Balor, he had asked Paul Heyman for something. He had Heyman had handed him something. I didn't know what it was, but it was we found out it was a mask. So yeah, they were fighting in the crowd. Roman Reigns was wearing his mask. I don't know how the world he does that, man. I could not wrestle in no mask. I'm telling you, I could not wrestle in no mask. But yeah, they were fighting in the crowd. Roman Reigns had his mask on, and so yeah, so it was so Balor had a diving crossbody on Roman Reigns through the table in the crowd. And so yeah, and then they went back into the ring, and so Reigns had took his mask off, and so Reigns had hit a Uranage to Balor through the table that was in the ring. And so yeah, both of these guys were going back and forth, and then Reigns had hit a Superman punch to the Demon. And so yeah, so Roman Reigns he was showing off to the crowd saying that all day, every day I am the head of the table. All day, every day I am the head of the table, 24/7. And so yeah, man, so Balor had caught Reigns with a sling blade. And so yeah, so Reigns had speared Demon. He had speared the Demon. And so Reigns had went for the cover. And so Balor had kicked out. I was like, what? What? But here's the thing though. When he used his arm to kick out. And so yeah, when Reigns had went for the cover, and then when Balor had kicked out, Balor actually low blowed. He low blowed Reigns off of the kick out. So I thought that was brilliant, man. Really brilliant. And it's legal. It's legal too. So no disqualifications. Anything goes. So he caught him with a low blow right after he kicked out. So that was really smart, man. Really brilliant, man. And so yeah, man. So yeah, so we had a Tobe con Hero to Reigns. And so Balor he had caught Reigns with a coup de grace. And so at that point I thought that was it. I was like, oh my god, this guy about to lose to Balor. And so yeah, man. So yeah, the Usos that came out, they took out Balor. And once again, no disqualifications. Anything goes is legal. And so yeah, so the Usos they brought out a table that was under the ring. They set the table up and they tried to put Balor through the table, but Balor had took out the Usos and he powerbombed one of the Usos through the commentary table. And so yeah, man. And then Reigns out of nowhere, man, like a bat out of hell, caught Balor and speared him through a barricade, man, in the timekeeper's area. And so yeah, man. So Balor was out, man. Balor was out. Like he was knocked completely out. He was knocked out. And so yeah, man. So you heard the heartbeats playing over the system, the PA system. Yeah, the heartbeats playing and all that stuff. Like you heard the doo 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 doo, and so Balor he was shaking, like bringing himself back up to life. And so yeah, he got back up. He got back up like when the music started playing. He got back up, and so yeah, so the music started playing and all that stuff. And so he took out the Usos. He took out Roman Reigns while his music was playing. And so the lights are red too. The lights are red since he's the demon and all that stuff. And so yeah, man. And then Balor tried to go for the coup de grace, man. So this is what caused the end of the match. So yeah, man. So Balor he went for the coup de grace on the top rope, and he was standing on the top rope. He was standing on the top rope. And the music was still playing. The lights was still red, and so the top rope had broke. Top rope had broke. The top rope had broke. Everybody was wondering, like, man, what is going on around here? Like, man, everybody was wondering, dude, the top rope broke. Like, what? Like, Balor is 190 pounds. He's 190 pounds, and the top rope had broke. And so, yeah, so the top rope had broke. Balor had fell. He fell to the ground. He fell to the mat. It looked like he grabbed at his knee, too. Grabbed at his knee, so he probably hurt himself. And so, yeah, man. So, yeah, everybody was wondering, man, what is going on around here, man? The top rope had broke, and this guy fell off the top rope. Like how did the rope break? That's what everybody was wondering. Like, dude, how did the rope break? And so, yeah, man. So, yeah, Reigns, he had took advantage of it, and so Reigns had caught him with a spear to end the match. So Roman Reigns wins the match and is still the Universal Champion. And so yeah, man, really fun match, man. Really fun match, awesome match. The best match on this show, the best match on this show. And with this, man, going into the Reigns and the Balor match, they kind of made it predictable, since Roman Reigns, he's challenging Brock Lesnar. He's fighting Brock Lesnar at that Saudi Arabia show. He fighting him at that Saudi Arabia show. So they made it predictable. Because there's no way Reigns is losing to nobody. Not losing to Balor. Everybody he's fought, he's beaten them. So yeah, they made it predictable, man. But yeah, really good stuff, man. Really good stuff with Balor and Reigns, man. Really was. And so yeah, man. I know a lot of people had a problem with it, with the ending and all that stuff. With the ending, with the ropes breaking and all that stuff. I didn't. It didn't bother me. It really didn't. I was wondering, like, dude, what? The top rope breaking? Like what? It wasn't completely bad. I seen people overly offensive over it, with the top rope breaking and all that stuff. But yeah, that was unexpected, dude. It really was, man. I did not expect the top rope to break. Really didn't. Like that was so random, dude. That was so random, like the top rope breaking and all that stuff. Now, they do have to explain that part. They do have to explain that part, like because that's what caused him to lose. That's what cost him the loss. Well, that's what caused him to lose, man. That top rope breaking. So they had to explain that. They had to explain that on SmackDown. Like, what exactly happened? Did somebody do something to the top rope? Did somebody do something to it? Did Paul Heyman do something to it? Did somebody not tighten it up tightly? Yeah, because if you don't tighten that thing up tightly, man, that top rope can break. That thing can break. So, yeah, somebody must have did something to it. Somebody must have did something to it. Paul Heyman probably did something to it. I don't know. But they got to explain it. Either the ring crew or probably Heyman had something to do with it. Or Heyman probably paid somebody off to do it. They got to explain that part. If they don't explain that part, then yeah, it's gonna, like, people gonna be questioning that. People are gonna question that, and they have to answer that. They have to answer that question, because that's what caused them to lose, the top rope. That's the whole story, the top rope breaking. So they have to explain that part. Like what exactly happened? But yeah, man. But yeah, it was a no-brainer, man. No-brainer. Roman Reigns, he was not losing, man. He was not losing to anybody. Demon Finn Balor, it could be regular Finn Balor or Demon Finn Balor. He was still going to lose. He was still going to lose to Roman Reigns. And I'm telling you, man, nobody is beating him. Nobody is beating Reigns. Nobody is beating him. Nobody is beating him. Nobody is beating him. Reigns, I think Reigns, he's going to stay champion forever, man. He's going to stay champion forever. He might retire as the champion. He might retire as the Universal Champion. He might be the longest reigning Universal Champion ever. I'll hold it as long as Bruno Sammartino when he was the world champion. Hold it as long as Bruno Sammartino. But yeah, man, that's what I would do with Reigns, man. Hold him, hold that championship. Don't have him lose to nobody, man. Don't have him lose to anybody. Because man, Reigns, and what he's doing right now with Paul Heyman and the Usos, man, are the best thing about WWE. They are carrying SmackDown. They're carrying that show on their backs. They're carrying the whole company on their backs. They're the best part about the company, about WWE. Them, Roman Reigns and Usos and Paul Heyman. Nobody else. Nobody else is the best thing in WWE but them. But yeah, man. But yeah, man, that was pretty much it, man. That was pretty much it with the match, man. Probably my favorite match of the show. I know a lot of people wasn't a fan of the ending of the match, but it really didn't bother me. It really didn't bother me that much because I knew Balor was gonna lose. But yeah, man. But yep, that was it, man. That was it with Extreme Rules, man. That was it with Extreme Rules. And yeah, man, if you like this video, man, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, man. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching D Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And then right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so we're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded because I'm here every single week, man. Tuesdays, nope, not Tuesdays. Wednesdays for AEW Dynamite, Thursdays for Impact Wrestling, Fridays for AEW Rampage, and Saturdays and Sundays are for the pay-per-views, man. Whether it's WWE pay-per-views, just like what you're seeing right now for Extreme Rules Sunday, or WWE pay-per-views, AEW pay-per-views, or Impact Wrestling pay-per-views. And that's on Saturdays and Sundays, man. And yeah, man. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man. Comment down below, man. Tell me how you felt about the pay-per-view, man. What was your favorite match? What you liked about the show? Did you not like it? You know, comment down below, man. Tell me how your overall opinion of the show. And yeah, man. And share this video, man. Share this video with each and every single person that you come across. Share it, man. Share this video. And yeah, man. And yeah, and once again, guys, thank you for the support, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you, and thank you. And yeah, man, if you missed anything, man, it's going to be on the home page. Anything that you missed for the show is going to be on the home page. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on either Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to do something on Monday and Tuesday because I got my Pro Wrestling Crate. Just got my Pro Wrestling Crate yesterday. So I'm gonna be doing my Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing either on Monday or Tuesday. So I'll be there on either one of those days. And so yeah, man. And as always, guys, thank you for the love and the support for the show. Thank you, and thank you, man. And I'll see you guys on either Monday or Tuesday, man. And yeah, man. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.